I'd like to bring you back to another episode of Real News. This is week 8.
Yeah.
We are here to stay. We are back again, like I told you, the most current, popular topics all around the country, all around the world, man. We got the sports,
music,
politics,
and anything else that matters. So come catch a wave with us. Come dive into the summer with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And enjoy yourself.
We're going to switch it up a little bit today, champ. We're going to start on the topic sports, man. Shout out to the Washington Capitals. They won the Stanley Cup. Winning that Stanley Cup is very big for Washington right now. They feel like the curse has been lifted in Washington in general.
Right.
So it's like
every time a city wins, it's like, oh, now our city got nothing but promise for next all the sports.
So that's a big shout out to the Washington in general. The Warriors have actually swept LeBron. Sad weekend for the Cavaliers. Very exciting weekend for the Warriors. KD, he did what he had to do, man. We give him
hella props to the Warriors.
Yeah.
Big sweep of the Cavs did their things, man. I hate to see LeBron go out like that. Man, there's a few things in sports I don't like seeing. That's one of them.
LeBron got swept.
I hate to see LeBron go out like that. I don't feel right saying it.
And you know what? Actually, Reese brought this up to me in JustAirWaves. He was saying if KD was in LeBron's shoes right now, there's no way he would get that same Cavaliers team that is right now to the finals, like LeBron did. Not even a chance that he'll probably get out the first round with that team. So, I mean, it's no hate thrown or nothing like that, but it's like this. LeBron took that trash team to the finals. I'm sorry to put it like that, but it was a trash team, man. So he did his thing out there. He did what he could, and like we said, made the best team win, and they definitely did.
Definitely did, man. The Warriors, they're on a crazy run. 3 championships in 4 seasons right now, back to back. So it ain't no joke. They coming every year. You can expect them there until you don't see them there, like LeBron. It's like it follows a pattern. So next year, I expect to see LeBron, wherever he goes, versus the Warriors. Why wouldn't I expect that? Or at least...
So you don't think LeBron's going to stay in Cleveland?
No, I don't believe LeBron's going to stay in Cleveland. I don't believe anybody believes that.
He's not happy there. It seems like no one in Cleveland is happy.
Right.
So
it's be lingering situations all year. They had to make the big trade.
Yeah.
It really kind of sort of didn't work out in the playoffs. So it's like a whole lot of up and down stuff there, and LeBron, his greatness is really at the center of it. So we'll see where it goes. I don't think he's going back to Cleveland.
I'm going to ask, what's a few teams you think he'll be part of or joining?
Man, my number 1 location be Golden State.
Oh, LeBron with the Golden State Warriors?
But of course, that'd be a little bit too much for anybody in the NBA to handle.
Because who would they play against? You know, sick.
Yeah, who they play against? They probably win about 79 games or something crazy. But Houston, if Chris Paul is able to stay in Houston, that is a good location.
Yeah.
They talk about the Spurs, but I like that only if Kawhi stays and Aldridge stays. Okay, then we could do the Spurs, see what that's looking like.
I was thinking maybe he go to a young team, help them develop. Maybe the 76ers. That'd be a good team for him to go to. If
Embiid got to stay healthy, man, you know what I'm saying? That would be another thing playing with Chris Paul. He always seemed to get hurt or something happened in the playoffs. So even though that's his homeboy, so he probably ain't worried about that. But, you know, you want to try to go to a team that's consistently healthy. The Thunder, if Paul George decides to stay.
The Thunder?
Russ.
Okay. I mean, they had Melo, but, you know.
LeBron ain't Melo.
You're right.
Yeah,
definitely right.
LeBron ain't Melo.
Yeah.
They might still keep Melo because I don't think nobody want Melo contract. Just to be honest, Melo. I mean, I'd take Melo if I was an owner or something.
If I was Melo, I would go to the Lakers. I'm definitely a LA Laker fan. So any superstar that can get there, go. Definitely.
Yeah, that's another city. They talking about LA. I don't really like LA. I don't think they for LeBron.
Yeah, okay.
Paul George, I actually like it for Paul George because he's a little bit younger, got a little bit more time left. But I don't really like it for LeBron having to build LA up. I like him going to a team that made the playoffs at least already, and are going to keep those same stars that they made the playoffs with. So
So
we'll see.
Keeping it current, man. Basketball season is now over, and over the summer.
Another sad story.
That's definitely a sad story. Basketball season is over, man.
It's over, everybody.
So y'all boys in the NBA, go ahead, start perfecting your craft now, because the season is coming right back up.
See you guys next year. We're obviously early and excited.
Oh yeah.
We got the World Cup coming around this summer. Excited. Sadly enough, the U.S. did not qualify, so you got to pick a new team to cheer for if you are a casual soccer fan like I am. Watch it every once in a while.
See, I got the Brazil jersey on, man, so I feel like that country would pull out something tough.
Yeah, that'd be nice to see. I'll be watching, some of the games, flip through it over the summer. It's from the middle of June to the middle of July, so we're getting it cracking real soon, and that should be exciting. It's always nice to see that final game. That's pretty much something a lot of people watch regardless of what you're interested in.
Football.
Football.
Very entertaining, man. So yeah, dive into our next topic, technology, man. Technology is definitely always exciting, just like History on the Day, which we will get to in a second. Hey, so Champ, what we got on technology for today?
Man, we got some interesting news for technology today. It's actually deal with Google and their artificial intelligence technology. Now, formerly, Google had a contract with the U.S. military in which they helped them build drones, and they used their artificial intelligence for war to improve in their war tactics, basically winning wars through computers and things of that nature. But in 2019, CEO of Google, Diane Greene, announced that they're not going to renew their contract with the U.S. military, saying that companies like Google need to take leadership and pride in what their product is actually being used for. And she does not want it used for war, so she will let that contract go out. Now, this definitely can improve for us. Our country can help win a war, but I fully understand where she's coming from.
I like what she's doing. She's actually taking a step to helping mankind, She's clearly against war. And I'm not saying war is not what makes us great, as I'm talking about USA, but at the same time, without war, there'd be no violence or nothing like that going on. But Diane Greene, I'm very proud of her decision. Not like she know me anything like that, but it trickles down, So in 2019, Google will not be renewing their contract with the military.
You said, Alex, a trickle-down effect. The only way to slow down these power and these nuclear wars and, the battle of the drones in this day and age is to slow down the use of it for war tactics and war machines, and just to use it for improvement of the entire civilization, as every country on earth give them a way to get their water cleaner and faster, and maybe grow their crops faster and help build their buildings. That's what technology and Google and things like that should be used for.
Not military.
Not military.
Well, not over the top military things such as nuclear weapons, like you were just saying, man.
Because, man, if there were no militaries, it would be so much peace around the world, because it would be nobody to fight. It would just be talking. And if everything was set up through talking, it would be a less violent world. So she's taking steps towards that, and she's taking steps towards. She's taking steps. She's taking steps toward that. And us here on Real News would like to applaud her, as we are peaceful and we want everybody in this world, of course, to get along and spread that message. Real News.
JustAirWaves, preach
number
world,
motivation
peace,
and
motivation.
Positivity, everybody. So we preaching it here on Real News. Telling y'all about it with these simple stories and how we feel about it and how we think things should go. So technology on the day.
Another topic here on Real News today. Another topic on the day, two tragic incidents that happened within the celebrity universe. Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain actually committed suicide over the weekend, or over the past week. So 3 days before Anthony Bourdain's death, Kate Spade actually took her own life as well from hanging herself in her NYC home. This is very tragic, very concerning. It's just now being noticed that suicide is actually a problem here in America. Those who do need help, go ahead and call 1-800-273-8255. Again, that is 1-800-273-8255. And if you know anyone that's going through any problems or anything like that, or just in a dark place, you can actually save that person's life. Show some love throughout the day, because you never know what someone is going through throughout their day, or just in life in general.
And that number is the suicide. Next topic is history on today.
Love history.
One of the big topics, one of the knowledgeable topics on the show. Spreading a little message, a little blast from the past that you may know about, you may not know about.
Yeah.
Either way, we're just here to talk about it. Now, way back in 1920, on June 10th, the Republican Party actually endorsed women's suffrage and women's suffrage. The Chicago Republican Party endorsed women's suffrage. Women's suffrage was them fighting for their right to vote.
Yeah.
So that was a big win for them on that day back in 1920.
Wow. So women have been going through battles for a minute, getting their rights in this country. Until this day, there's still a lot of questions about whether or not America cared for our women.
On equality in America.
Equality. And that's very important. Equality, to get anywhere in life, we need an understanding, people. So 1920, congratulations, ladies. And shout out to Chicago, because y'all made a bold movement, and that's what this world and our nation and our country, that's what we need in order to progress. So thank you for that.
Yeah, very bold, very positive move, Alex, man. It's great that we have things like this in history, because I promise you we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't have the powerful women in politics, sports, and everywhere else, just like we get to talk about them.
At home as well.
Home, whatever industry you could think of, it's women at the top everywhere. So we wouldn't be that far today without the rights, women's rights, civil rights, things of that nature. Everybody should be looked at as an equal person and have an equal shot at everything. Color your skin, tall, fat, short, women, male, whatever it may be, everybody should get a fair shot and let them prove themselves, because sometimes people end up failing at it or not being as good as they should be, and that's okay. That's okay. That's when the disappointment comes. Yeah, that's when you switch it up and you maybe pick a new thing, but everybody should be given a fair shot and a fair chance at everything that's available to us as humans in this day and age.
Because nothing is not one person's.
Right.
Why do men just have to vote? So that was, like I said, once again, that was a very great move. Because women were going through it just the same as people in general, like color. People in color were going through it back then. So,
all right, big topic on the week, of course, in politics. We talking about that guy, Trump.
Oh man.
Trump is at the G7. Trump is at the G7 summit in Singapore, and he's actually supposed to meet North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. So Kim and Trump are both in Singapore right now.
Chopping it up. Seeing what they're going to do.
Singapore right now, they're supposed to have a meeting on Tuesday, and that thing could set the tone for the world. Man, these are two guys that are irrational, that nobody knows what they're going to do next. So this is a crazy thing happening on this planet, because it's going to affect the whole planet. Really, it's crazy that we talking about our president.
Our president going to meet with dictator Kim Jong-un. This is a very critical topic, people. We need to make sure these two come to a definite understanding and agreement of
peace.
Something.
Peace is everything that needs to be talked about.
Man. I don't think if people know it's not, but at any given moment, these nuclear bombs can erase civilization. These nuclear bombs can erase civilization as we know it, people. So this is very, very important that we tune into what's going on, not on social media, But in the real...
And speaking of dictators around the world, actually, and also in the news this week, President Vladimir Putin said he would be open to a meeting with Trump.
Yeah.
Basically on the same level as Kim would be on some, we're both crazy, but let's act like we want peace. So I hope that's what they come to, because, man, these guys are... It's like they're both crazy, so I'm hoping they come to some peaceful agreement and they can relate to each other in some way and leading the country. Because, man, I don't know what's going to happen. First, we got to get settled.
Whenever the U.S. is ready, Vladimir, he's actually welcomed the U.S. to come to Australia as a possible location to meet for that face-to-face. So that's another story to follow up on, and we will keep you updated here at Real News.
Something interesting I saw in the news this week, delivery pizza man was actually detained at a military base for deportation by ICE officers. That's the immigration officers in this country. And on Saturday, a judge blocked his deportation because this man, working citizen, all his family, I believe he has 2 kids and a wife, they're American citizens. He's been working on his green card for a few months. It was not approved, which in a legal sense, he was an American citizen, but this guy, you know what I'm saying, he works, he does his justice to society, he literally does a service. Yeah. He delivers pizzas everywhere and things of that
he's
nature.
Working hard for his money to provide for his family. And here we go out here.
Now he's locked up. A judge said that he can't be deported out of New York just yet. As of right now, he is still locked up, locked away from his family. And regardless of what happens, he's probably going to lose his job. Yeah. That's probably the lowest thing he's worried about right now. But, you know, immigration stories like this have gotten big ever since Trump has taken over. He's basically tried to institute a zero-tolerance policy on immigration, meaning no freedom, no leeway, or no anything. There's been thousands of kids separated from their parents, thousands of kids gone missing.
Thousands of families broken apart.
Man, it's the things you see nowadays is crazy with immigration, of just trying to have people not safe and things of that nature just because they're not from this country. Yeah. Even no matter what their intentions may be or are, or what they're already doing in this country, it's sick to see every single day.
And it's almost like a repeat from the 1980s era when Ronald Reagan was actually doing his race on what was it?
Zero tolerance on war on drugs.
Okay. And this actually reminds me of the 1980s era when Ronald Reagan launched his zero tolerance program, which became a race on drugs, you know, not a race, a war on drugs, you know, and it was just picking out minorities in just in little small areas, knowing that people couldn't protect themselves. I don't know.
You had something.
I had it. I couldn't get it.
Yeah, back in the 80s, Ronald Reagan, zero tolerance on drugs, meaning even the smallest offenders, they locked them up for hard time. That filled up the prison system, and of course, it somewhat targeted people of color, minorities, neighborhoods, police were going into, of course, things of that nature. So we're seeing that again with the immigrants, with the peaceful and people who mean no one no harm, normal people who just want to work,
breaking down whole communities.
Citizens. He's pushing for his green card for a reason. Men like that, working family, already American citizens. Why wouldn't he be approved by now? Who knows why the justice system works like that? Trump not making it any better, pushing it through, pushing people out. It's sad to see we got kids dying all over the place because they're being separated and lost, and nobody knows, and it seems like nobody in the government cares. They rather just have people out of this country than kids safe, which is amazing to me. Have a heart, have a soul to these people, these families, these kids. And man, I think they should slow it down. I really think they should
slow it down, man.
Whatever the old process was, because this is sickening to hear about each and every day. New children, new families getting separated for no real reason. We seeing the real crazy people in the news and the real things in the news.
And it's not cool in any type of way, man. Because you have people that may be friends, you know, with these immigrants. and like you're tearing friends apart. You tearing the relationships apart in general. And sooner or later, America's gonna tear apart if we don't do nothing about it, people.
Right, and I just wanna maybe come from a little left field, but you know, just to be honest, the KKK is a terrorist organization.
Yeah.
A homegrown terrorist organization in this country that nobody talks about.
Nobody.
You never hear the president. There's nothing wrong with a terrorist organization in this country known as the KKK, but we got hard-working citizens who mean nobody harm. It's a takedown and it's zero tolerance on them and the things they do, and it's really backwards. That's why this
big deal, people.
This president is not really for the people. He's for himself and a select few people. He's about separation, spouting hate, and I just can't agree with things of those natures coming from any man because it's just not right. We spread positivity, love here on Real News, and we.
It's like Trump. This is a little bit from left field as well. It's like Trump. He's diving into just conflict any and everywhere he goes, man. And it's like we saying, man. Every week it's putting a target on our back, and it's sooner or later it's going to be a time to where we're digging into America as a people, and we're ripping each other apart. Instead of fighting with each other, we're just ripping each other apart. We don't want that. Here on Real News, we don't preach that. We preach nothing but love and positivity, and that's the way we're going to keep it. And that's what we're going to spread.
We give our real opinions on things, but that's not even, we only downplay the negative, the things that you should logically find wrong as well.
Yeah.
We will hope, we don't like to downplay anything positive, really. We give our opinions, and they are with just that opinions, and we just like to thank you for sticking around and watching. Just to let you guys know, if you made it this far, you know what? Thank you, man.
Thank you to all the supporters out there. You definitely can find us @ Real News 1 or @ Real News 1, or you can
on the news this week. Two people from Minnesota. They're 50 years old now. One was 51 and one is 54. Now, they have been friends their whole life since high school.
Okay.
They dated for a brief time back in high school. I know I sound really random, but I'm getting to a point.
No, you're good.
They dated briefly back in high school, and they've been friends the entire time. Now, earlier in their 30s, they basically jokingly / not jokingly said to each other, if we're both not married by 50, let's get married. So, basically 35 years after they dated in high school, they both been through marriages and divorces. These best friends are now getting married, basically off something.
They kept that promise.
On some movie type stuff, and that just caught my eye. And what you think about something like that? Something so basically TV showish, like comical.
I feel like it basically shows that love can still be there. Don't ever lose contact with somebody you had a strong relationship with. Just because you move separate ways doesn't mean you can't keep in contact with someone, because there's always going to be love there. So again, that's amazing, man.
Right, that's
35 years later, keeping a promise. If we're not married at 50 to someone else, I'm always available for you.
And I believe the guy, he was actually a little. He didn't want their relationship to change, as such good friends for 30 plus years. But he saw some spark was still there. So actually last New Year's, he proposed, and they got married on June 1st. So just a little story I saw in the news.
Okay.
Caught my attention, and that's very interesting. That's strong. Friendship was strong enough to go ahead and say
30 years later.
You know what I'm saying?
There's
something still there. Let's do this. And 50. You still got a lot of life to live, so I hope for them happiness and growth for the rest of their time.
Many blessings to you and your family.
Yes.
So, man, keeping it real brief on today with music. Kid Cudi and Kanye West actually had a listening party out there in the hills. Kids See Ghosts has actually dropped a week after Kanye has dropped Ye.
Right.
Very exciting, people. New music.
Good music. Good music. This is a good music summer.
Yeah.
Like we told y'all way back when Ye told us they was going to go crazy over the summer.
Yeah.
Pusha dropped, 3 weeks ago? His album is hot.
Yeah.
It's real hot. It's only getting good reviews. He dropped last week, and then him and Cudi dropped this week, so they booming this summer.
This may be the first summer Drake isn't gonna be the number one. You know, he's a very hot popping artist throughout the summers, and you know, after Pusha hit him with that diss, it's been light. He's been on the low radar.
Another thing I did want to say about that Pusha thing, man. How about Drake? You know, I'm hearing some things he heard from his mentor, Jay Prince.
Yeah.
A lot of people been talking about him lately just because of that, trying to let you know who he is and things of that nature. But apparently Drake, however the story goes, is not going to put out any track, any response. And Drake is still number one on the charts right now.
Okay.
And to me, it seems like Drake is so big.
He's not worried about it.
People are not even him. It's like people are like, all right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's hear the good, you know, the next good popping track from anybody. Like, okay, it's over. Like, I remember when Meek Mill even responded. And Drake went back. People was killing Meek Mill for weeks. People was talking about trashing the music, blah.
Oh, they have his whole disc in the trash. And actually, that was a good little album. Meek Mill, that was a fire album.
And so now Drake is not even responding. People are kind of like just letting it go, letting it. And I mean, I'm a fan of Drake too. I'm waiting on the next album, so I'm probably in that mix of people that's kind of like, okay, it happened. Like it's over now. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But Drake is huge. That I think that just shows how popular he really is. That he can be an artist to even, man, he got killed in that track. We can all agree on that. Nobody got to lie about that and just not respond for whatever reason. And it is just like,
it's okay. We know you're gonna put something else.
It's like back to like, okay, now let's kind of just put that by the side. Pusha dropped a good album. Now we're hearing Drake. Now we're hearing Kanye, Cudi, things of that nature. Drake coming soon, so seemed like people just waiting on that. They're not even really talking about
focused on the beef or nothing like that.
Not really talking about the beef, how it's over. It was like once it was over, it was over. So I just thought that was interesting.
So do you think the art of music is maturing to where you don't have to retaliate? Retaliate to nonsense if you don't have to, or in general, don't have to retaliate.
I don't necessarily know. Like I said, it might be because of Drake's stardom, because of how big he really is. That he's able to do that and just let it fall by the wayside. I don't know how many other people would really seem to get it past. Now, this is me looking from the inside. I mean, from the outside looking in. I'm looking at social media and things of that nature, and you know, the websites, and I just don't really see people going in on Drake anymore. So I'm probably counting it as it seems kind of over to me. It's not hot topic no more.
Facts. Very facts.
I don't know if it'll be like that for the next guy, so we'll just have to wait and see. As of right now, unless they're pretty big. And
well, so keeping it real current still. Go check out that JustAirWaves on SoundCloud, on YouTube, on Twitter. Very hot topics going on at the same time. Shout out Still Moving. Use your platform this month. It's going to be all month, man. It's a lot of great things going out there.
Month of June, Still Moving Sundays, baby.
Yeah, Still Moving Sunday to be exact. So big shout out to the homie over there in Tampa, Florida, man. If you have anything, people, whoever's watching, if you have any support, whoever needs it at the same time, we love to receive support. It's a blessing. We thank God that this is another show that we have running for another week, the 8th episode, man. And we just love how you guys are staying tuned in with us. So
thank you guys. You know, we're gonna leave you off with a little word of the day, a little quote of the day. Something slight, something casual, something you can stick with until we catch you next week. Hopefully you're back around with us. Hopefully you made this far, this deep into the show this week. We thank you again. So my little word of the week is basically going to be, man, wake up your artistic side. Don't sit there and be a drone on your 9 to 5. That don't mean quit your job.
Do not quit your job.
That will not benefit you. I mean, on your free time, try to awaken your artistic side. Maybe build something. try to create something positive to this world, something that's gonna make you smile, maybe make somebody else smile, or even catch their interest, things of that nature. Like this show right here, we trying to awaken our artistic side and get better, and we want you to do the same each and every day and each and every week. And that's my word of the week.
Mine kind of follow up a little bit with that. Hungry. Stay hungry, people, because so don't just get to one level and stay stagnant, you know, because like you're not going to get any better from that. Find something, find that craft, like he said, find that art and build from it, build off it, you know, and at the same time know what you aiming for, know that you hungry for something. I got a crazy face going on.
Gotta get higher and higher and higher and higher.
Each and every week, each and every day.
It's a very simple thing.
Yeah.
Do I need to say it again, or do you got it?
Say it again, man.
Higher and higher and higher and higher. That's all it takes. And once again, we like to thank you for sticking around, hanging out for another week. This is episode 8.
Yeah.
Real news, y'all. Thank you. We will be back next week, hopefully.
Definitely
we got to pay some bills. We got to pay the light bill. We got to pay the cable bill and the internet bill. So we hope to be back next week. Y'all stick around. And y'all
in case y'all ain't noticed, that JustAirWaves quick cipher before we go out right quick.
I said, look,
wine.
catch me in the stove, I'm on fire.